Am I the a-hole for not letting my sister-in-law wear my wedding dress? All right, y'all. My 28 female husband, 30 male, we've been married for almost 6 years now. At the time of our engagement, neither of us had much money, so there was no way I could have afforded the wedding dress that I wanted to wear. Thankfully for me, my mother is something of a seamstress and offered to help me make my dream dress. We spent over a year finding the pattern, picking the fabrics, and making my beautiful wedding dress completely from scratch. It's the first big project I've ever sewn, so I'm quite proud of it. Making it also brought me much closer to my mother, as the whole project was sort of a bonding experience. It also holds a lot of additional sentimental value as my dad passed away while we were making it. So I sewed a heart-shaped cutout of one of his shirts on into the lining of the dress in order to keep him with me on a big day. That's so sad.
That's
It's sweet,
beautiful.
though.
Yeah.
This dress not only brought me closer to my husband, but my family too. It means so much to me. My sister in law, female 23, just got engaged recently and is in a similar situation with her wedding. She just got out of college and started work as a teacher. Between her loans and a relatively low salary, she doesn't have very much money to pay for her wedding. Dress shopping has been a bit stressful for her, as all the dresses that fit her taste are just so far out of her budget. This all leads up to Tuesday morning when she called up my husband and asked if I would be willing to let her borrow my dress. She mentioned that it could be her something borrowed. My husband says that he would have to ask me first because it wasn't his to loan out. His sister told him that it wouldn't be a problem and I'd barely miss it as it was just sitting in a box anyway. He still said he would have to ask me and forgot about it. He finished his workday and picked me up from my job, and when we came home, his little sister was trying on my wedding dress and his mom was clipping it in the back to fit her better. Seeing somebody else in my dress totally blindsided me. I was stunned and asked what they were doing, and my mother in law said they were planning alterations since sister in law is significantly smaller than me. I told them that there's no way I would be loaning my dress out to anyone. It not only represents my love to my husband, but the bond with some of my family as well. This escalated into an argument that ended in my mother in law calling me a selfish bee and leaving with sister in law. My husband thankfully grabbed the dress during the argument, so they didn't grab it when they left. I was really upset, but I thought about it after I had some time to calm down. I don't have any uses for my dress, and I do love my sister in law. I feel as if I maybe overreacted and shut them down too quickly. Am I the a hole?
No, not at all.
There's an edit, just really
Oh, okay.
quickly. By clipping, she means using binder clips to secure excess fabric, not actually cutting the dress. So, because that's what I thought.
Oh, you did? I thought of clipping, like with
Okay.
little clips. Because when you try on a wedding dress, they have clips.
Yeah.
I thought. Okay. I do not think she overreacted at all. Like, I get it. Some people don't care about their wedding dresses. They don't care. They're like, yeah, whatever. They have like, they do little photo shoots, ruining their wedding dress or whatever. But this dress obviously is very sentimental. Do you know what I mean? And that is absolutely crazy that they would even think that they should be able to come over there and do that. That's absolutely crazy to me.
Who does that?
Yeah, they're crazy. That's completely rude. She should have waited. They could have just bugged him until he responded. I mean, I get it. Sometimes us guys are absent-minded. Sometimes my mom will mention something to me and tell me to tell Christy, and then I forget to tell her, and then we're supposed to go do something or go somewhere, and it's like 2 weeks later, and I'm telling her the day of, and I forget that I didn't tell her about it. And that kind of stuff happens. Totally, 100%. But you can't just show up and try on people's stuff. The hell's wrong with these people? Like, you can't do that. You just can't do it. It's not right. And I'm sure, honestly, she seems like a nice person. I think had they asked her, she probably would have said okay. I don't think she would have, but you can't just show up and try somebody's stuff on like that and then be a jerk about it. What are you doing with yourself? Jeez.
I just want to point out, Christy, when you were reading this, Justin and I were looking at each other and we had like the biggest shocked faces when you read that. I could not believe that that was even something that could happen. Like first off, you went to your brother's house, their home without their permission. You're going through their closet or whatever. Like that's just weird. This whole story gets bad vibes.
Yeah, they went completely overboard. They should have never done that. They overstepped so so many boundaries. Like this is absolutely horrible.
It reminds me of my mom's favorite movie, Ever After. When she's
Yes.
when you know after the wait, what happens? Okay, they're gonna go and Cinderella. Drew Barrymore is gonna go to the thing. Her mom has a gorgeous, beautiful dress, and then her evil, wicked sister, who I hate in that movie, is trying on her dress, and the mom is there helping her try it on. Do you remember? That's exactly the same scene.
It's literally a scene from
100%.
Ever After. Totally. And that it made me just as angry then as it's making me now. Like, who does that? And then they make her feel bad about it. Like,
They
you're being
gaslight her
selfish.
for that too. All these stories have gaslight things.
It's the same story.
So, top comment, not the a-hole. What the F? I might see their point of view in asking if you and she were the exact same size, but expecting to make alterations? Heck no. You might want to make arrangements for that to be secured until after the wedding. Totally. What?
There's an edit.
Oh, there's an edit. I just checked with my wife, who does this professionally. Alterations to wedding dress would have to be permanent. You could not make temporary alterations for someone significantly smaller and have it fit right for them. Well, yeah, that's true.
I totally think that this person, they seem like a nice enough person that, yeah, I would have probably been totally fine. But like, they didn't ask, and now it's ruined, and she's not gonna want to do it. Like, there's gonna be this whole bad vibe over this dress. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't even. Like, I would never do that to you, Christy. I would never do that. That's so not cool. So I can't imagine that these people thought that was okay. Absolutely crazy.
All right, I'll read another comment. It says, "This OP, these people overstepped and already showed you that they see your dress as theirs. What's more, I'm sure they won't give it back after because it doesn't fit you anymore anyway, and it has emotional significance, quote unquote. Your husband needs to handle this whole situation and tell them there is zero chance she can wear your dress and to drop it, that it should not be brought up again." And then OP responds, "My husband said the same thing. He's talking about taking it down to my mother's house when we visit next week." That's good. I love that he's on her side.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I get that that's his sister, but in this situation, you have to have your wife's back, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just crazy.
I think what Justin said is so right. She seems like such a good-hearted person. I feel like if they had asked her, she probably would have been willing to.
She reminds me of you, Christy, actually. You're so
Don't
sweet.
say that.
No, you're so sweet. You totally would.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in my eyes, it's like it would have added another layer of significance, you know. But I don't know. It's pretty messed up.
All right, so how do we feel? So for sure, she's not the a-hole,
For
right?
sure, she's not the a-hole.
100%.
Yeah, she's definitely not the a-hole. I'm sure she would have let them borrow it because she's never going to wear it again. She just cared about keeping the dress, the sentimental value. I think Christy's right. It would have added something to it. It would have made the dress live on and be able to be used again. And that's a beautiful thing, giving it more significance, being able to be used again. Wedding dresses are never used again. So that would have been cool. But you can't just show up and be a sheesh crazy person and just show up to somebody's house and do that. It's just not right. It's crazy. I would kick the person out of my house.
You kicked me out, right?
I would kick you out. I would kick everybody out. I'd be like, get out. I throw stuff at people. I'm not playing.
That's right,
You
Justin.
throw Ollie at me?
No, I love my cat. I'm not throwing him at you. I throw like a shoe at you or something.
Well, I'm glad you agree with us on this one because yeah, I feel like this was pretty clear.
Yeah.
Agreed.
She needs some coffee.